Hi there, welcome to my Java tutorial. I gave the name of this tutorial as J for Java because it's a good one to be the newbies of Java. Whenever the peoples are looking to grasp the knowledge about the Java, you should know the basics so that you can easily go on the futures of the application and you can implement the application very easily. So I have developed I have developed the PPT for you and you just I will teach you how the basics are coming from. Then J for Java. It's a what is the essential to go on this tutorial? Before taking this tutorial, you should know the basic knowledge on C++. Yeah, this one is very obvious because without knowing C++, you wouldn't be able to develop Java application. And after taking this tutorial, you would be able to grasp the development works through Java. After taking this tutorial, definitely you would have some grasp knowledge about Java syntax and also Java futures. Then C++ basics is needed. This one I already said so that you can go through on OOPS concepts because Java is purely object oriented programming. Why we are saying Java is purely object oriented programming is that um, all the things are thinking to be an object because the interaction would be with the object to object only. So Java is purely object oriented programming rather than C++. Java is purely object oriented programming. Then other thing, what is Java technology? You might thinking that what is Java technology? Then answer is here. Java technology, it is we can say it is a programming language, and also we can say it is a development environment, and also we can say it's an application environment, and also we can say it is a deployment environment. Whatever the things we can say, this all are suitable for Java technology. So only I am just specifying here. So we can go through on one by one. Java technology is a programming language. Yeah, obviously it's a programming language because the syntax is similar to C++, and also we can develop whatever the applications we need, and we just go through on using the OOPS concept, inheritance or anything, encapsulation, all the things we are using. So it is definitely it's a programming language. We can think that Java is a programming language. There is no wrong in that. Then it's maintaining some coding standards to use. Yeah, obviously because every programming language has certain standards how to work on that. So Java is not an exception one because it is also following some standards. These standards was developed by Sun Microsystems. So I will on the coming tutorial I will tell the coding standards of Java how you should code because coding standards are strictly followed in Java because if one person was developed an application and he left the project, suppose a new person comes in, if that guy will gonna again take the project, and he or she should know that, so oh, this is the concepts are used here. So only because without the coding standards, all of us are developing by our own coding standards, then it would be very delicious to manage it. So due to management purpose and maintaining purpose, coding standards are always used in Java. Then Java is also thinking to be a development environment. Yeah, we can say Java is a development environment. Why we are saying that? For development, Java provides you the compiler. Compiler means it just if you're compiling using the tool called Java C. Java C is the tool provided by the JDK to compile the source code because when you are compiling the source code is capable to extract that source code into dot class format because the source code is just compiled and then it will convert the code into the code is converted into a byte code. Byte code is the form of Java code only, but the compiler is just doing the job to compile the code and the output would be the bytecode. Then interpreter. What's the work of interpreter here? The compiled bytecode can be taken into the interpreter. Where would be the interpreter taken place? The interpreter is nothing but Java virtual machine have the interpreter. Java virtual machine is just loads the bytecode into that interpreter machine. So um, let's say about JVM. What is JVM means? JVM means Java virtual machine. that and all I will come on the next tutorial, because that and all come from the architecture of Java. So from the this point of view, you just think that interpreter is nothing but it is just taking the bytecode from the compiler, and it's just it just interpret the bytecode, and then it will give the output. You just think that at this point. Then a documentation generator. Documentation generation also I will come on the next tutorials, because this and all just know the words only. I will later I will explain what are the things are going to happen. Then if you would want to see, just install the Eclipse and you are provided with all for every project development in the writing. Yeah, of course, because if you want to see that all the things and all, you can see it manually, or you can also see it from Eclipse environment. You can see all the things and all the development things. This and all will be useful in the IDE environment. So now I just skip on this, because this and all needs some good explanation later tutorial, so that you can learn more. Then application environment. Okay, I can also think Java technology is an application environment. Why we can't think that also? Because Java environment provides to develop an application also. What are the kinds of application we can develop? Standalone application I can develop, web application I can develop. These two can be easily achievable in Java. So only it's very popular, because what is the difference between standalone application and a web application? First thing, you should be clear on this, because standalone application is nothing but standalone application doesn't need the web browser, whereas web application should have a web browser so that it can be interpreted. So here at this point, applications can be developed using Java. Maybe it's a standalone application, or we can simply say that as it's a desktop application or web application. Web application means we can develop our code and put our code on the web server. So this and all parts I will come later. Then standalone or web-based apps, we can develop and give it back to the clients. Okay, this and all I told you. Then this all leads to the environment for the application for Java. Okay. Then next thing is the deployment environment. What is the deployment environment? Deployment environment is nothing but JRE supplied by the Java 2 standard edition, contain complete set of classes, files, and then GUI components, several application peripheral interfaces, what are the things and so on, that are all supplied to you by the JRE of the JDSC. So deployment environment is nothing but your code is ready, but it has to be deployed. It has to be deployed, and how that code will go and see where the APIs are there. See, for example, I am using JDBC. JDBC means it's application programming interface. Okay, but another set of codes I need. So whenever you are deploying that one, that are also deployed. That are also deployed by default in the JRE. Java runtime environment, it is coming automatically. Then other deployment environment is on the web browser, because other deployment environments in some of the web applications, we can develop some web applications that can be deployed on the web server, because we are deployed that one in the web server itself, because the JSP or the one which are contains the scripts, so that scripts are to be runnable on the web server. So it is the another way of deployment environment is on the web browser, where the user can view it on the web browser, but for the developer, they can be implementing the code on the web server. So that's the difference on the deployment environment. Then what are the primary goals of Java technology? Yeah, very well. We already known some of the concepts on the how the Java overview of the Javas we know. What is the primary goal of Java technology? What is the goal of the Java? So what are the goals were achieved? So this and all the things we are going to see here. The Java language, which eliminates the many pitfalls of the other languages such as pointer, arithmetics, memory management, and this one affects the robust of the code. What I am here saying is that Java language simply eliminates the pitfalls of other languages like C and C++ or Visual C++ or whatever things. There are many languages that just has many pitfalls, but this Java technology just eliminates all other pitfalls of the other languages. Say for example, in C++ or C we are using the pointer arithmetic for memory management. because memory management is a very tedious process in doing on C and C++ because the user sorry the programmer can't able to always thinking on the memory side because the program has to allocate the memory and he has to again deallocate the memory, so it's a very tedious process for the programmer to do, but in Java it is automatically doing. So this one affects the robust of the code, yeah, absolutely, because pointer concepts made the C and C++ coding very tough to manage, and the health of that code was remained unstable. So this one could be stable using Java. So we can say Java is robust because robust means it's a healthier one comparing to other C or C++. The straight meaning is robust is very healthy than other language. So Java is robust than other language. So Java is healthier than other language. Then next primary goals Java technology was developed because of code portability. Code portability means you know that because other languages are not portable, but this one is portable one because we can also run our Java code in other machines. Say for example, it's the next one also the same one I am going to say. Write once and run anywhere. The same concept here also because once in C and C++, they were told that compile once, run anywhere. Compile once, run anywhere means whenever we are taking that code on the other system, we should also compile that, and again we have to compile the code, and then we get the output. But in Java, we can write once and run anywhere means that class files is nothing but bytecodes. We are giving the bytecodes to the client. That bytecodes will be easily runnable by the JVM. See, um, one clear view I will tell you. Nothing is that um, the what to say, yeah, JVM. JVM is a collection. JVM is also a program only. JVM only differs for the different operating system. Say for example, Windows operating system has 20 lines of code. For example, I am saying 20 lines of code of JVM, and then Solaris OS has 100 lines of code of JVM, and Linux OS has 200 lines of 200 lines of JVM, Java Virtual Machine program code. So, so what I am saying here is the JVM codes only different for different machines. Don't confuse because JVM code only differ for different machines, but not JVM only different, but the Java code is same to all the machines because if I am taking this Java class files to another Java class files, that class files can be loadable on the JVM. So JVM may be different. JVM is not portable, but Java code is portable. That one I am specifically saying that. So I know, I hope you are clear in this. Then threads. What are threads are usable here? Because threads is the main important concept in Java because we can do some of the works parallelly. So I will go through on the threads concept, runnable interface, why we are implementing the runnable interface, and why we are extending the thread thread class. That and all I will tell you in the later videos. Then security side, comparing to C++, Java security is little much low only, but according to us, the way of portability and all this and all, we are comparing that security is looking very high on Java. Then automatic garbage collection. Okay, whenever I am creating the object, that object is stored on the memory. So if suppose I am not needing that object, that object should be deallocated. So that one should be garbage collected. So that garbage collection should be done automatically. But in C++, we have to do the destructor to destroy the object. So here I am not needing that garbage collection by manually because that this Java one knows automatically to where to collect the garbages. Automatically this works and all doing. Then remote method invocation. So remote method invocation is nothing but it's also a very nice concept in the client server architecture because um, the method, if the object is placed on some other machine, if I want to access that object, say for example that object was placed in placed in US, and I am in India, because I want to access that object from here, so I use the remote method invocation. I just create one registry, and I just created one registry, and inside that registry that object would be that object, that US object would be comes place, and I just taken that object and I'm just using that object. So remote method invocation is a very long concept, and I will tell you what are the basic things for the basic concept. So what are the things you should be knowing? You should be easily grasp that knowledge. I will tell you what are the things you want to know. Then events driven programming, Java, Spring, and much more. Events driven programming means that action event. If I am clicking that one, clicking the button, the action should be taken. So this event driven programming and all is usable, and these goals are achieved in Java and Java Spring, because Java Spring is another concept, and Java driven programming means AWT. AWT and Spring are more or less equal only, but AWT is a heavyweight component, whereas Spring is a lightweight component. So nowadays in desktop application we are all using Spring only, because Java Spring is lightweight. The same things, the same AWT things only called, but this one looks very lightweight. While running it, that AWT is looking heavy comparing to Spring. Then applets and all outdated, because applets is we are just importing our things on the web browser and just downloading for the client. So that applets and all are outdated now. Now nowadays applets and all not coming in the place. Rather than we are using some of the JSPs, servlets, structs, springs, and a lot of frameworks are there. So in web technology means there are vast areas, and inside the J2E there are vast concepts are there. So don't confuse on that, because that and all comes beyond that, beyond the basics level. Because first we should know the basics, so that it is only the step by step process. First step is to learn the basics of Java. Then the next step is to go on the APIs, is to go on study on the different APIs. What are the APIs we need on the application? So after reading the APIs, you go on through web technologies languages like JSP, servlets, and also servlets. And after that, you just go on the frameworks, MVC frameworks, model view controller frameworks like Strut, Spring. So go on the step by step process. The first step for the newbies, you should know this basic tutorial for your future enhancement in Java. Thanks for watching. Definitely I would come with the other set of tutorials to gain you some of the knowledges. Thank you.